My name is Hanna Gulid, and I am a head of marketing creative production at Glera Games. Glera Games is the company who develops mobile games. Our main product, our main game is Road Trip. We launched it in December 2023, so it's pretty new. You can try it if you want. And so I'm going to talk about mobile gaming industry and most of all about marketing. Today I want to share with you my experience and my passion for the world of marketing in mobile gaming. Because to these days, many people still view creative marketing production as a less reputable field, unfortunately. My own journey in the game industry started from various hackathons and game labs. I have been in the game industry for 7 years. I started from creation, advertising video, and some statics, banners, icons, and so on. But gradually I moved into a technical direction and started focusing on optimizing production processes. So I wrote some of the tools, I implemented it, I was setting up some libraries and templates, and I was always making production more efficient. At the same time, I've always been an idea generator for creatives, and I was involved in the creative process and production and ideation. I worked with Melsoft and with Moonactive Games, one of the biggest gaming company, which has been at the top of mobile game for several years. And eventually I became the head of production team. And I need to say that my entire background has been very helpful for me. And I have a lot of experience behind me, but it's hard to imagine what the future holds. So let's move to the point of this presentation. So why is marketing considered the dirtiest job you can imagine? It makes sense that some people doubt marketing, especially after several ad cases have caused problems for the whole industry. Many of you probably may have felt annoyed by intrusive marketing strategies at least once. You can think of 2 everyday examples where marketing tactics felt more like an invasion than like a marketing message. And marketing is often synonymous with manipulation and misleading consumers. Intrusive or aggressive advertising, such as spam, telemarketing, or persistent advertising on social media can be irritating. Moreover, some believe that marketing is a field where profit is prioritized over the need of consumers. Additionally, there is the question of ethics. In some cases, marketing campaigns may employ controversial or unethical approaches targeting vulnerable groups of people. So, is all marketing really dirty business? Let's keep this question in our mind. And I really hope that some of you will find some answer for your question in my talk. And I'd like to share a little spoiler about my talk. Industry is changing and definitely changing pretty fast. So, and a little bit about my goal. My goal is to convey that marketing is in the game development industry is not about manipulation or selling at any cost. In truth, it's a creative and strategic art that, with the right approach, can benefit both game developers and their audiences. Marketing in mobile game development involves deep research into the market, as well as understanding what players like and what they need. Game dev marketers build bridges between developers and players and find what they need from each other. I must mention that 5 or 6 years ago, it was okay to see some rudimentary mobile game advertisement, which were often about pregnancy or some violence. Some people thought that marketing production specialists were not very respectable because they knew a few basic skills in programs like Photoshop, Illustrator, or After Effects. They were trying to do a bit of everything, but weren't expert in anything. And sometimes the stories in their ads were quick and dirty projects. But things are really starting to change, and I need to share that some companies still rush out lots of low-quality ads just to grab people's attention. But today we're focusing on those who are moved beyond that, who really care about keeping their brand looking good in mobile ads. And nowadays, if you're working in creative marketing, you need to have broad set of skills. Mindset and professionalism of specialists are becoming crucial. And let's zoom in on the current moment and what creative marketing teams are doing in the world of mobile games. I'll share my experience in managing creative projects and trends I've seen. I talk a lot about a role of marketing artist, which is a mix of several jobs like motion designer, illustrator, environment artist, animator, art lead, and even team lead. Instead of listing every role every time, I will just say marketing artists. But don't mix up the term marketing artist with just any marketing job. I'm especially talking about those who create advertising content. So the main tasks of our team are to create advertising videos to attract our audience to our product, to our games. And I'd like to show you a couple of advertising videos to visually represent the challenges we faced almost every day. Let's take a small detour together.
Huh? Oh. Huh?
Okay, so what skills are essential for marketing artists nowadays? I want to kick off with the key skills of a marketing artist to really stand out in the world of mobile ad creation. And I'll start from the high-level skills, and I'm gonna to move to local technical skills. So the first one is understanding your audience. By analyzing behavioral data, preferences, and trends among users, marketing artists have the opportunity to design their ad campaigns in a way that resonate with the target audience. This approach increases engagement, bringing new players who want to stay in game. The next one is trend analysis. Staying ahead of the latest trends in design and advertising is crucial. For a marketing artist, this means not just following popular trends, but deeply understand how this trend can be adapted to speak the language of the target audience. By analyzing the latest data and visual styles that catch attention, marketing artists can use this knowledge to create exciting and effective ad content that stand out and attract users. The next one is creative generation. The foundation of any successful advertising campaign is built on some idea that can catch and hold attention and tell something about the product. Here, creative brainstorming takes center stage, requiring the marketing artists to not only have creative skills, but also the ability to think outside the box. Developing unique concept approach to visualizations and creating visual content that tells a story and resonate in what makes an advertisement memorable and effective. The next one is performance marketing. In our digital era, understanding at least some key metrics, such as CTR, CVR, or ROAS, becomes an integral part of a marketing artist's job also. This knowledge helps to understand why and how to stand out in the feed or catch the user's attention. I want to emphasize that nowadays marketing artists need to understand at least key metrics and should be able to draw some conclusions. The next one is brand and strategy. Making ads that match to the brand strategy and what the audience expects is really important. Every part of the design and every message needs to be just right to make sure it fits well with what the brand is all about. This means you really need to understand what the company stands for, what it values, and what it's aiming to achieve. Having a strong brand can make people feel connected to it, and it's very important. It's also important to remember that marketing in the mobile gaming industry is a dynamic field. To stay at the peak of effectiveness, marketing artists need to keep up with new trends and adapt to changing audience preferences, and also continuously experiment with new ideas and approaches. Success in mobile game marketing is the result of careful analysis, a creative approach, the ability to work with data, and understanding both micro and macro trends in the industry. Next, we have a look at day-to-day tasks and skills used in everyday work of a marketing artist. Okay, usually a marketing production team is made up of several sub-teams, each performing its own specific function. That say that the composition of production team can vary depending on the company and its marketing strategy. I will talk about one of the common structures in the mobile gaming market. For creating advertising video are often used 2D and 3D graphics, where we have 2D and 3D specialists in our team. And we have also a team of illustrators who create graphics for different needs. Let's talk a bit about illustrators. So illustrators are involved in ASO. ASO means App Store optimizations. So they create materials to attract players at App Store or Play Market. So it's most of all banners or icons. Another significant part of the illustrator work in marketing is preparing art for animation. This usually opens up a wide field of diverse tasks and skills. Illustrators can draw new characters, dress them up, draw additional UI elements that might not be in the game at all, create level cards or progress bars, invent new creatures and decide how these creatures might devour the main character. Let's switch to 2D team. Unlike the 3D team, 2D team can perform the full production cycle themselves, from collecting attractive and thematic game locations through creating storyboards and video boards, which need to reflect timing with the necessary pauses and emphasizes, through animation and motion design, through music and sound to localization and resizes. All these can be done by one person. Of course, the main skill of a motion designer is animation, 2D animation in all its forms. In addition, motion designer works with level design, effects, sounds, UI elements, and so on. And actually, I think that motion designer became much more stronger than 3-4 years ago, and sometimes stronger than product 2D animators. Let's talk a bit 3D team. So 3D team include environment artists who create 3D models and objects for environments. It could be room, building, parks, some trees, bushes, cars, and so on. All the scenes content. They also design 3D locations, and they often deal with texturing as well. Texturing gives 3D models visual quality, adding detail and realism to objects. Riggers create skeletons and animation controllers for characters and objects, allowing them to animate and interact with the environment. Animators are responsible for creating the animation of characters, objects, and other game elements. So you can see the animators work at the left side of the slide. Next one is lighting artists. A lighting artist, a specialist who create lighting, which can significantly improve visual quality. They work on dynamic lighting effects, shadows, and atmosphere settings. Compositing artists combine different elements to create a unified scene. They are responsible for color correction to ensure attractive scene atmosphere. They work with adding special effects, such as depth of field, glow, shadows, and other visual enhancement to give the scene a final polished look. And render artist is involved in technical setting, optimization, and rendering of creatives. The marketing production team may also include developer. Developer create playables. Playable is this type of interactive advertising that can be played directly within the advertising platform. Next, let's dig deeper and see what else a marketing artist should know and how they differ from any other specialists. Okay. So what makes a marketing artist different is how they constantly use triggers to grab attention. Triggers or hooks are special tools in marketing that catch people's attention and make them interested right away. Like something unusual or exciting in an ad that makes you want to stop and look, even when you're scrolling through lots of other things online. When an ad makes someone feel something strong, it can leave a lasting memory. If that feeling leads to an action, like downloading a game, then how good the game is becomes really important. Using triggers is a special skill that set marketing artists apart from other designers. People working on ads need to remember that they have just a few seconds to get someone's interest. It's like playing a super quick game where everything has to be just right to get someone's attention and make them want to take action. Mistakes can cost a lot because if you lose someone's attention, you might lose them as a player. That's why being a designer in marketing means doing a lot of different things and understand different things. For every job, we need to think about what will catch the audience eyes and keep testing different ideas and see what works best right now. Yeah, and let's talk a little about technical skills of marketing artists. I've eventually put a lot of text on the next two slides to show the variety of things that almost any good marketing production specialist should be able to work with or at least understand. A marketing artist is someone who is really good at marketing content look nice on your phone, tablet, or computer screen. They're the ones who make sure that when you're watching an ad, the colors are easy on the eyes, everything looks good together, and you can find what you are looking for without any hassle. These artists are also super skilled when it comes to making pictures move. They know just how to make animation smooth and lifelike, so characters wave, jump, or they get scared, or they get surprised, for example, in a way that looks real. This isn't just about making things pretty, it's about making them feel alive, relate to the character, and getting you to keep watching. Lastly, you're like tour guides for your eyes. They use tricks to make sure you're looking at the right place at the right time, like making something bright in a sea of dull colors, or using movement to catch your attention. This way you follow the story they're telling without getting lost or bored. Marketing artists have a big toolbox of skill. They use to grab your attention, tell you a story, and make you want to come back for more. They're a mix of tech with a painter and storyteller all rolled into one, making sure that you are having a good time wherever you're looking at something they have made. There is another slide with a lot of text. We won't spend a lot of time here. I just want to highlight that nowadays it's also beneficial to have a specialized education in design or visualization or in animation, for example. Such education can provide a strong foundation for developing as visual erudition and intuition for beauty. A lot of Ishan, sorry. Yes, I must say that any specialist in marketing production can do their specific job without getting involved in the process of ideation, optimization, or technical settings. However, I'm observing a clear trend in production towards high-quality creative. This means that production teams are starting to value strong and smart specialists who can not only execute tasks, but also generate ideas and understand technical side of creation, think about ethical issues, and so on. Now let's talk about the last category of skills. For good marketing specialists. So let's dive deeper into marketing artist, a skill that can be useful across various business sectors and professional activities. So creative thinking. This is, I was talking about this thing, but let's see it in another angle. So creative thinking, this is the field where marketing artists truly shine. Their creativity is about making things look good. It's about innovation, finding new ways to solve problems, and standing out. It can be a fresh design concept or a novel business solution. Creative thinking pushes the boundaries of what's possible, making a brand or product unforgettable. This skill is invaluable not only in creating eye-catching design, but also in driving business innovation, leading to breakthrough that can redefine a market. The next one is technology knowledge. With AI nowadays, we can make smarter ads, predict what user want, and even automate the boring stuff, so we have more time to be creative. For a marketing artist, knowing how to use these tools means you can make cooler, more effective content that really speak to people. In a world where everyone's trying to grab attention, being a tech-savvy artist is like having a secret weapon. The next one is capture and control attention. This is critical in today's fast-paced world where consumer attention is the most sought-after currency. Imagine creating marketing materials that not only stand out visually, but also tell a compelling story about a product or brand. This ability to transform a simple message into an engaging narrative, making presentation and events not just informative, but memorable. The last but not least, emotional intelligence. Marketing artists use this skill to tune into the emotion and moods of their audience, allowing them to craft messages that resonate on a personal level. This skill will help you build relationships and create a brand that people will feel connected to. In sales and customer service, emotional intelligence helps in anticipating customer needs. In essence, the skill set of a marketing artist is a powerful combination of creativity, empathy, and technical know-how. We started out with beginners who took a motion design course, but over the last 5 years, many of them have grown to become true professionals who are not only interested in related fields, but have developed developed one or two key skills they're strong in. Now let's talk about marketing artist skill from another angle, so let's talk about, ideation and brainstorming. So in every creative project, we go through the entire production cycle, starting from idea generation to preparing localizations. Usually the main focus of our creative are characters. We build an advertising story, like a world around them, and played out a little story around them. Creative idea generation, also called ideation, plays a key role in creating these stories with characters. All the stages currently shown on the slide are what ideation is about. So during ideation, our main goal is to generate ideas and plots for advertising, creative, or, for example, banners, icons. It could be different. We aim for not only unique and new idea, but also those that have shown some result, and then we can think of variation of these creatives. The key stage of ideation is brainstorming. But to get to the brainstorming stage, we need to prepare. Looking ahead a bit, I'll say that one of the important things for brainstorming is concepts. So we form the concepts for creatives during the preparation stage of ideation. So it's retrospective, market research, competitor and trend research. Based on the information obtained, we identify some concept for idea generation. For example, a character rescue with exposition elements or a concept of a strong woman. With this concept, we begin the brainstorming stage and generate idea without straying far from the initial concept. After brainstorming, we already have a long list of raw ideas, and it's important that we have only raw ideas, which we filter, refine, select the best, prepare references, create briefs, and then prioritize tasks. So let's talk a bit more about some probably not so obvious approach that helps our team to brainstorm more effectively. Just in case, I'll remind you what brainstorming is. Brainstorming is a creative method aimed to generating a large number of ideas at once. So brainstorming should happen in a small group where everyone can freely express all their thoughts and ideas, from the most trivial to the widely crazy ideas. Participants shouldn't be afraid to share their ideas, no matter how they original, practical, or effective they are. We need to generate lots and lots of different ideas without any filtering. But this is a basic rule for brainstorming, I think. There is a great book called Creativity Begins With You, where the author explained that brainstorming cannot happen without some boundaries. Generating creative idea on any topic is much harder than generating idea on a specific theme, like love story, for example. This introduces a small boundary, pretty small boundary, but though still quite broad. But it makes it easier to generate ideas and form images in your head based on our social experience. And again, we come back to the concepts. This is exactly what we're already formed during the preparation for the brainstorming session. There should be several such concepts prepared for brainstorming session. So brainstorming is about certain atmosphere, small number of people, the absence of criticism, boundaries in the form of concept, and the mindset and activity of all participants. I must just say, so that's it, allowing toxic people into a brainstorming session can be a big problem and limit the creativity of the rest of the group, and this is the fact. The last but not least topic is ethic in marketing. I would like to slightly touch on the ethic of mobile advertising because this topic has remained relevant and sensitive in society for many years. So, philosophy of ethic tell us what is morally right or wrong. Though I'm not a philosopher, unfortunately, I'm still always trying to answer the question, what are ethical rules for marketing in the mobile game sphere? So what is ethical marketing? Ethical marketing is a philosophy and strategy aimed at promoting honesty, truthfulness, fairness, values, and responsibility in all marketing activities. Yes, ethical marketing might seem like a controversial concept. There are a lot of arguing about unethical mobile advertisement in this sphere, but there are plenty of ethical marketing examples around. Indeed, many companies have studied the relationship between doing the right thing and marketing profits. But the opinion of consumers is really what matters here. More and more users choose games and applications dedicated to helping social causes. Companies that apply ethics to their marketing are winning user trust. That said, those who only pretend to be ethical may lose that trust forever. Ethical marketing is extremely important because 58% of users buy products and support company based on their values. That's why any company caught using manipulative claims in marketing campaigns will probably have a short lifespan for their project or game. All examples of ethical marketing are based on 5 important principles: empathy, honesty, sustainability, transparency, and keeping promises. Ethical marketing campaigns share one thing in common: they care about their user. Despite all the rebuts, I believe that companies can make great profit using ethical rules in their marketing strategy, and I believe that ethical marketing is important and it benefits everyone. Ethical marketing requires developers and marketers to create games and advertising campaigns that not only capture attention but also consider the well-being and interest of user without causing damage to their health, psyche, or emotions. There are many consequences of using unethical advertising. On this slide, you can see some featured. I'll tell you a bit about 4 of them. So, loss of users' trust. If the advertisement is misleading or deceive users, it can quickly lead to a loss of trust. Legal issues. Unethical advertising can violate advertising laws and user protection, leading to fines and other legal consequences. Financial losses. In the long term, unethical advertising can lead to decreased sales and worsen a company's financial performance due to the loss of user loyalty. And the last one, and my favorite, if I can say it, damage to the industry. Unethical marketing can lead to negative stereotypes about the entire mobile gaming industry or entire gaming industry, making it difficult for games to gain trust and acceptance from a wide audience. I really would like to provide some examples of unethical advertising in mobile gaming, but I won't be doing it due to potential legal issues. However, I'm sure that a lot of us understand and know what I'm talking about. Many of you may have seen ads for mobile project that represented violence and violence against animals and against children. Platforms hosting mobile advertising on their resources have rules and restrictions, which nowadays generally have a good effect. But I would like to emphasize the importance of not only following platform rules, but also considering the effects our advertising may have on people. Let's conclude and address the initial claim about the dirty work of marketing. Revisiting our starting point, is marketing in game development really considered dirty work? I hope that every part of my talk has helped debunk the idea that marketing artists do dirty work. The marketing landscape within the gaming industry is transforming, introducing fresh, ethical, and creative methods for engaging with audiences. It's not just about sales, it's about creating meaningful connection between games and players, bringing creative idea to life and contributing to the game growth of gaming culture. People working in mobile ad production are no longer jack of all trades and masters of none. They are professionals who contribute to the final product, who can generate creative ideas and face ethical questions. While everyone should focus on what they do best, we should involve all team members in developing creative strategies and listen to different opinions. This is the only way we can improve this field, make it better while giving a chance for developers to find their users and for users to find great games. Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions from the audience?
Hi. I wanted to ask about if you use AI-generated pictures in your job and even your company, maybe.
Yeah, we use it, some of them. Most of all, we use Stable Diffusion like a middle part. So most of all, this AI tool use our illustrators. So they do some sketches and they download this sketch to the Stable Diffusion. Stable Diffusion adds some specific adjustments, and it helps to work with lights, for example, with character poses and some different things. And after this stage, our illustrator work on this, not a sketch, it's like a, it's on this picture, and polished it. And it's like a medium step for illustrators. Also, we use ChatGPT most of all for generating a lot of references, because we can describe our needs, and we can get some reference for our brief, for example. So, because we don't have a lot of reference from product, because we do in marketing, we do a lot of different tasks. For example, we can produce some new UI elements, or I don't know, some progress bars, and we need to have some specific references. We can find it in internet, it's okay, but most of all, we just describe it in text, and we get the right picture for us from ChatGPT or from also Midjourney, but Midjourney doesn't help much, unfortunately. Most of all, we use ChatGPT. Yeah.
You talked about it's a middle step of your art. Can you explain maybe more about this? Because as I understand, AI-generated pictures, AI generator give you a tone. I mean, black and white tone, or what anatomy? What helped?
It helps with most of all, if I can say it, because I'm not an illustrator, but I'm trying to explain. So we do some very raw sketch, like something from the beginning. And illustrator get from Stable Diffusion these type of pictures from the sketch, but with light and with more high quality adjustment picture. Yes, yeah, thank you. Detailization, probably yes. But of course, we don't get final picture. So we need to polish it, we need to draw some new things and so on. And we definitely don't use it for final work. So it's like a helper for us. Thank you.
Yo, Vladimir, game designer. Thank you for your talk. When you showed the slide with the skills that you have to be a marketing artist, I was shocked because it's 2 slides. So my question is, do you guys really need this amount of skills to be working on as a marketing artist, or is it just corporations doing shitty practices and trying to save money without hiring analytics or marketing consultants? Because it's really a lot of skills. The CEO needs to have less skills than you do. And if you think that marketing artists should have all of those skills, what do you think your paycheck should be like in a perfect world? Thank you. Your personal opinion.
Yeah. So it was a picture of ideal specialists. So, and I know this type of specialist in marketing field. And of course, they cost a lot, and it's okay. But I have to say that, again, trends, so we, industry goes to high quality content, videos, and also banners, so icons, and so on. So we have to understand that when we need some high quality content, it costs a lot. So this type of specialist will cost a lot. And I think it's a basic thing for every industry. If you know a lot of things, you understand a lot of things, you have a lot of skills, you cost a lot, and it's okay.
Do we have any more questions from the audience? Okay, so thank you very much for the presentation.
Thank you so much for listening to me.